was talk. That talk, they get mad when you walk. That walk, all the haters do is talk. That talk, just keep walking. Don't talk it like you talk it. Let them say what they gon' say. They can't do it like you do, so they gon' hit you anyway. Live your life how you gon' live it. Hold your head, don't be ashamed. When you're moving for the better, all they gon' say is you change. So gonna step if they don't walk it like you walk it. Gonna step, you stumbled and kept on walking. You gotta do what you do and let them do what they do. Yeah. If they talk about Jesus, you know they'll talk about you.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check. Mic check, mic check, mic check. If you can hear me clearly, somebody let me know.
Just keep walking on them.
If that sound is good, let me know, please, 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 please. Let me know. Welcome to Real Talk Tuesday. Y'all know what it is. Please let me know if you can hear me. Mic check, mic check. It's all gravy. Anyway, welcome to Real Talk Tuesday. You know what we do every Tuesday night right here on Welcome to Andrews, the podcast, and over here on my page, Jamal S. Richardson. Now, I got an inbox earlier from somebody saying that there was a water situation in going on in Andrews. As far as there's always a water situation going on in Andrews, obviously. All right, thank you. So, but anyway, so I haven't spoken with the mayor today. I sent him the link over already, so he'll thank you. He'll be in here shortly. So, all right, y'all, hold on one second because my headphones are tripping. I gotta switch these out. Hold on.
I choose. Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Come on. You gotta walk that walk and not just talk that talk. Come on. Yeah. You gotta do what you do and let them do what they do. If they talk about Jesus, you know they'll talk about you. They get mad when you walk that walk. All them haters do is talk that talk. They get mad when you walk. And walk, all them haters do is talk that talk. Just keep walking. Let them say what they gon' say, but they won't say it to your face. They rather talk behind your back, spreading lies, not stating facts. But that's cool, play it smooth. You ain't gotta move like they do. You gotta walk it, let them talk it. Ain't no action in that yap. You gotta walk it, let them talk it. Ain't no action in that yapping. Just a lot of your own folks.
Mic check, mic check.
You gotta do what you do and let them do it.
All right, so yeah, we are here. Sound is good. Lori Glisson, I would probably be trying to call that number. There's a number on the website that you can call. That's what I would do. Me personally, because that's like, I folks call the mayor when they have law enforcement problems. Folks call the mayor when they have water problems. I don't know if that's probably not the first person you should call. Again, that's how I move. That's how I would approach that situation. In other words, I'd get to know these different people. Yeah, and there's a lot of things all over Facebook that you know what I mean, I can't react to because I can't confirm nor deny anything that is being said, and so you know what I mean. I'm sure that stuff will be a thing, and again, Facebook is not that's akin to when people be talking to God on Facebook, right? Like um didn't know that God had a Facebook page, and or when people like, I want to wish my 18-month-old baby a happy birthday. Just go in there and wish the baby a happy birthday and don't worry about it. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead with what we got going on until the mayor pops in. Again, this is not paid work that he does on Tuesday night. So if there is a situation going on with water, and when I get some answers, I'll give them to you. But right now, tonight, I want to talk about a situation that took place in Georgetown County Detention Center, a reoccurring situation that took place in Georgetown County Detention Center. And that is the recent death of a young man. A little bit on the situation for those who haven't seen or heard about it yet. Let's go to the videotape.
New at 11, an apparent medical emergency has claimed the life of a Georgetown County inmate. Deputies tell us 36-year-old Jonathan Turbyville died at the hospital this evening shortly after detention center staff reportedly found him incoherent inside his cell at the county jail. Records show Turbyville had been there since last Friday, charged with possessing and selling drugs believed to be fentanyl, but there's no word just yet on his exact cause of death.
For most customers, the journey to this Dairy Queen in Roseville is not long.
Ready?
Different story
Hot dog, ready?
for the man behind.
All right, sorry.
About 3 years.
3 years
All right.
That was
since
quick.
Rodolfo DePaul.
And fast and to the point about the death that took place in the jail, same jail that back in March of 2024, 2 inmates, Shelby Ashby, 23, and Alicia Childers, 34, were found unresponsive, same thing, in their cells after ingesting illicit drugs smuggled into the facility. Shelby Ashby died. Initial toxicology confirmed the presence of fentanyl. Okay, and this young man who was brought in was on the same drug. He was on fentanyl, and a lot of questions um, that are not even being answered now, because in that case that I just told you about with Shelby and them, these folks were the drugs was brought into the jail by somebody doing weekend time, right? There was a lapse in security, in security in that this other lady, and her name can't find right this second, but she was coming in to do weekend time, and she brought fentanyl wrapped in candy wrappers and was able to bypass security, bypass the deputies, and take it in the back, and according to the reports, give it to Shelby Ashby and Alicia Childers. Again, Shelby Ashby died. Childers also was found incapacitated in her cell. She was that's not the word I'm looking for, but she was unconscious, unresponsive is the word I was looking for, in her cell. And again, she was revived. But some questions around this situation here with this young man right here. Now let's talk a little bit about it real fast. A little bit about some of the facts about this case right here, talking points right here for tonight that I had jotted down about Mr. Jonathan Matthew Turbyville. He's 36 years old. Monday, August 18th, 2025. In the evening, he was found unresponsive in his cell. He was taken to Georgetown Memorial Hospital, and he was pronounced dead after that whole situation. Staff at the detention center noticed Turbyville, and this picture that I got up here is a picture of the new $65 million facility that is being built on Browns Ferry Road, the new jail that they're building for Georgetown, the new Georgetown County Detention Center. This is a photo of this. Okay, and what we're talking about is these fentanyl deaths that keep happening in Georgetown County, and exactly what's being done about it. Now, this young man, Mr. Jonathan Matthew Turbyville, was arrested back on Friday, August 15th, on charges including manufacturing, distribution, and possession of a scheduled narcotic believed to be fentanyl. And so you do the math, right? I think the limited amount of information that's coming from this situation is based on the fact that you got another situation where there's more fentanyl inside of that jail, right? You're about to build a new $65 million facility. I hope in that cost, you guys are upgrading on the type of surveillance stuff that you need, because obviously you have a fentanyl problem inside of the jail. Now, could it be that a deputy is selling fentanyl in there or serving fentanyl in there? Could it be wiping these people out? But the way they just did that report and the way that they are handling these cases in Georgetown County, it's like the animals that die at the humane shelter probably get more respect than some of these folks are getting that are ending up in this jail. Obviously, there's a problem in Georgetown County, because Georgetown County is one of the leaders, if not the leader. Well, it is the leader in the state when it comes to overdoses leading to hospitalization. So the question would be, what is the county or the sheriff in particular doing? I mean, is there proper medical staff on hand to deal with? If you got a hell of a heroin and a fentanyl problem, you're gonna have a bunch of withdrawal cases, and these are seeming like extreme withdrawal cases where you're not getting these people the proper help. You just throwing them in a tank and just watching them suffer. You're probably videoing it and selling it to some video thing on the dark web. But again, they just broke ground right there on a $65 million state-of-the-art jailhouse. Make sure you go over to scvotes.org and register to vote. You have to be registered 30 days prior to the election that you wish to participate in the state of South Carolina. So if The election is November 15th or November. I got to see when the election is, but you got to be registered 30 days before. If you haven't voted in a while, you probably need to call up there, go up there, go online and check your status and make sure you haven't been archived. Okay. Just a little friendly reminder. Okay. But back to the regularly scheduled program we'll be on tonight. So what's happening up there? Turbeville was reportedly placed on detox protocol by the detention center's medical provider while awaiting hospital clearance. And here's something that's always reoccurring. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division is currently investigating the incident. Let me tell y'all something. The head of the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division don't give a damn about dope fiends. They don't give a damn about junkies. That's just a point of fact. He is zero tolerance when it comes to drugs. Okay. And I know politically he can't say that, but just based on what I've learned about the gentleman, these people are zero tolerance when it comes to here is we're going to go through this right here in a little bit, y'all. This right here, this show you. So when I make the, give me 1 second, hold on a second, y'all. All right, so quick update. I just spoke with the mayor, and apparently there is a situation going on. He is on the ground right now doing some work, and I'm gonna give me a second. I want to call him back, tell him to send me some pictures or some video or whatever it is going on. But that's the update on that so far, and he's been out there. He says since about 6 o'clock today. So I'll get some updates for you guys as far as the status and what exactly is going on here shortly. But we're talking right now about the $65 million jail and the fentanyl crisis that the government claims. Like Trump is always talking about the illegals bringing the fentanyl across and how the fentanyl is destroying America. And all this is, I see it happening, but I don't see where the state of South Carolina gives a damn about these folks. Again, think about everything that was done during COVID. So what you're looking at right now is all I can find on overdose deaths. They care about the fentanyl crisis is such a problem that they're waiting every 2 years to put out statistics on these things. So this information right here is the South Carolina Department of Public Health, the drug overdose, chart in South Carolina. And I did a story on the fentanyl a while back. I gotta go find it and pull it up so I can reshare it. But it emphasized the fact that some counties don't even track the numbers. Some counties don't even track the numbers. Some counties' attitude toward this. I mean, look at these statistics. These are from 2023. This is how often they update these numbers, right? But we're getting ready to build a $65 million jail. And my question is there something in that new jail that's going to help these dope fiends from dying when they come in from or start coming down off the high after they've been arrested? Like, it's, you know what's going to happen to them when they start having these violent withdrawals. You're seeing it. They're dying in your jail, or there's fentanyl inside your jail. So are you investing? Are you guys investing to add you? Okay, I'm gonna add you. I'm gonna put the link here for you. I don't know why I'm adding you, but we're gonna do this. Hopefully you can add some context to what I'm talking about here. Okay. I hope that's what you want to talk about. So let me put it in the chat. And that link will be in the chat right now. There it is. Yeah, and these fentanyl numbers are crazy. Crazy. Again, Turbeville was arrested back on August 15th and placed in a detox protocol where he was supposed to be, where he was waiting medical clearance. Not long after, the staff found him incoherent. How long was, see, and when does the clock start, right? When does the clock start? I mean, so when you arrest him, how long do you have him on, how long is he detained at the scene before you carry him down? Then you got to process him in, or is, like, when you arrest them on these type charges, I think, I don't know what the protocol is. Maybe somebody should post it or make it public, because we losing a lot of these young white people because they seem to have a affinity for fentanyl. Now, if I said that about crack, would that be racist? So let's just thank God that crack, when they start coming down off the crack, it ain't like that. But Trump said that this is a problem, the fentanyl crisis. That's all you keep hearing. So they waited for him to pass out before he was taken to the hospital. They placed him in the protocol, so they obviously seen that he was going through some things. Being investigated by SLED, and you never hear nothing else about it. It's a family affair. And what's supposed to be different about this case from the one back in March is that I mean, what's different is that this guy was supposed to be in detox, and these other ladies got the fentanyl brought in by another person who was charged with, I don't know, homicide. I don't know how that works out. And I mean, just think about the fact that these numbers only come out every so many years. Think about how, remember COVID, they had you at damn Walmart. Somebody was up there wiping off the dang thing. They had you standing in these lines, you know what I mean, like trained monkeys. Go look at the number of fentanyl deaths in the United States, and go look at the number of, back to COVID deaths. And I gotta ask yourself why they ain't moving like that with this? Could it be they trying to wipe out young white America? All right, so listen, I'm gonna send this to your uh messenger on Facebook, okay? And you need to go through a Chrome browser when you do this. All right. So let's go here. There it is, where I sent the last one at. Oh, I'm sorry, I sent it to the wrong place. Talking Joe. So I'm all over Facebook. But nobody don't care about dope fiends. So, and let's get into these numbers right here. That's on the screen right here. All right, this report described fatal overdose that occurred in South Carolina in 2023. In 2023. All right, let's see. All right, listen, I hope I'm about to add you to the stage. Give me a second. Let me back out of this. See what you got to add to the conversation here.
Yeah, we went to war for this town. We did the county from people dying because this little girl was dying, this person was dying. We had been to war for this county.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me move this stuff here. First of all,
Auntie is here.
Wait. Auntie is here. Auntie came in hot. Auntie came in.
Because
I'm talking about.
tell you, me and my sister went to war for this county.
We went
to the county.
Auntie.
The fentanyl, that didn't just start today.
No, I know. But check this out, Auntie. Introduce yourself, right? And let everybody know who you is. This is Auntie in the comment section right here, y'all. Okay. All right. So break this down to help me out with this.
So me and my sister went to war for this county because there was young people dying. We went to the county. That was years ago. They had $500,000 that they could spend on these people not dying from fentanyl, but they didn't care about it. We went to the county. They ignored us. Oh, you missed a lot of stuff.
No. Listen. Whenever I put you on the screen, I'm still here. You can still hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just
want to. But we went to the county because one girl we cared about, she was 20 years old. She died. Bless her heart. She got hooked on drugs.
20 years old?
She was 20 years old, and they was just throwing her in the yard. They threw her in the yard. And she was one of my friend's daughters. We went to the county. And when we got to the county, we took about 75 people with us where their kids had overdosed on fentanyl.
Oh, whoa.
Yes. Let's bring it back. I'm not playing.
75
there was
people
at least
in Georgetown
75
County.
People in that county courtroom holding up pictures. We did the lights. We did all that. We did the stuff outside. The county ignored us. And they had $500,000 of money to spend on getting these people rehabbed. And it disappeared.
So what's happening? They arresting them, throwing them in the tank, and not giving them no service. How is this?
So I only joined this fentanyl thing because of the one girl. But this has been going on for probably 10 years or more. The fentanyl came into the county and young people was dying. Me and my sister got involved. My sister even she joined the drug board. She got on the drug and alcohol board. And we went to the county. We talked, we brought all these people in there, and they didn't care. They ignored us. They wouldn't even speak to us. The county council wouldn't even speak to us. But they had all this money to, can we get somewhere for these people to go? Because let me tell you how this works out, because I've been doing this for a long time. Mm-hmm. So if you get hooked on drugs and you need somewhere to go. You got to, first off, they won't take you unless you rehab. You got to be detox. That's the problem. If I'm lying, I'm dying. You got to be detox, and there's nowhere.
Why? Okay, unpack that.
Go ahead.
Explain to us why that's a problem.
So you have to have somewhere you can go to be detox. They won't take you into rehab unless you detox. The closest place is Charleston.
So if you kind of jacked up on drugs, getting to Charleston might be a problem.
Period. And we have so many children dying, obviously, off these drugs. And when the 20-year-old got involved, beauty pageant queen, one of my friend's kids, that's when it became a real big problem to us. So we went to the county. We brought all these people in there, lost their kids. This is a fact. It's on the record. They was in there. They stood up. The county didn't pay them no attention. There was at least 75 parents there that lost their kids off fentanyl. That was years ago.
Is it a situation where the right families aren't affected yet for it to be you know what I mean, to be an emergency in Georgetown County? Because I know
it was an emergency 10 years ago.
Absolutely. I agree. I was here, you know, on this podcast.
And this is my thing. You can call me Odessa Jackson in here. She's one of my friends. She's a black woman. Mm-hmm. The black people was dying at the same time. We did the same thing for her. She was doing it at the church. They didn't care. The county didn't care, but they was getting all this money sending it to them.
They still getting money for these programs. They still getting money for it.
And they don't care. So when you say these people's overdosing at the jail, they went to jail for a reason. I'm not trying to be harsh or nasty or nothing. But the jail's not equipped for that. It's not equipped for that. But I don't think it's the sheriff. I think it's the damn county. Yeah, they build hopefully when they build that, they'll equip that with something to do something for the county. But he is just the sheriff. This is the county. The county get all that money. Mm. They got all the money. The people sitting in Georgetown, we went to all the meetings. We sat there with people that lost their children, and they didn't do shit about it.
It was a point where Carter Weaver was going around with they did these summits on fentanyl. I know they did one over in the
because we went to the county. Okay, that's when he started the damn summits.
I was wondering what, you know what I mean, what prompted it, and I was pissed off.
He went to the churches after we went to the county.
And see, I was pissed off because they didn't come to Andrews.
But the thing is, they didn't fix shit.
No.
And Carter don't get that money. That's the sheriff's department. This is the county.
I understand. And so
I was pissed off. I bark back at Carter all the time. I promise you. And I met Carter. Carter's not a bad person, but I bark back at him all the time. Ask him any day, every day.
Auntie gonna speak.
The county got the money. There's records. We went to the county. There was so many people that had lost their kids. And they didn't do shit about it. They wouldn't even listen to us. My sister joined the damn board. They didn't do shit. She had to leave the board because they wouldn't do shit about it. They're getting paid for it, but they're not doing shit about it.
Well, Auntie, you just put me on another job. I got a phone where that money's going.
I promise you. You can look this shit up.
No, I heard this before.
And I'm not your auntie. But this bothered me. So, you know, growing up in a life where some of my family was involved in drugs, I worry about my family because I've lost a lot of family over different things with drugs. But then one of my friends lost her daughter. She was 20 years old, and she just kind of got thrown out like trash. She was a beauty queen.
You said that earlier.
She was, and you know, earlier. She got, so what they gave her was, so what happened was, and I don't think she'll mind me saying this. the boyfriend pissed the drug dealer off, and they gave her something called alligator or some weird shit, and it eat her from the inside out. She was a beauty queen. She died, and I seen the pictures, and it was awful. And that's what really pissed me off to the point that I said, we got to do something about this. These children are dying. And they were dying left and right. This ain't just started.
No.
This ain't just started yesterday. This shit been going on for 10 years.
Yeah. Strong.
Now, I don't think we can blame Carter Weaver for that.
No. And I don't. I don't. Again,
I give Carter his business, though. I do give him his business.
Yeah, but
like
I mean,
give you the business, I'm gonna give everybody the business because
what I'm talking about with Carter Weaver is that this is happening on his watch in his jailhouse.
Okay,
right?
But listen, if these kids coming down drugs,
okay,
I know the boy that died. I'm not being disrespectful. I know him.
Gotcha. I know
what I do for a living. Knowing he's been on drugs for a long time. Mm-hmm. So they arrest him. He goes in there. They took him to the hospitals in the story. They took him to the hospital, got him checked out. The hospital cleared him. They took him to the jail. The thing about this is, if he's on fentanyl, he might have got cleared from the hospital, but he's going to start detoxing.
Well, they said that they were waiting on clearance. That's what the story was saying, that they was waiting on clearance from the hospital.
No. There's another story. He went to the hospital. He got clearance. They took him to the jail.
Okay.
When he starts detoxing, that might not be today. It might not be tomorrow. But when he comes off that fentanyl, I've saved a lot of people from this shit. They're gonna start hallucinating. Mm-hmm. They're gonna start acting crazy, and the jail can't save him.
So it sounds like that's the wrong. And I got you, because I've been around somebody that not coming down off fentanyl.
That's not their problem. I mean, like,
when they take custody of that person, that's their problem. That becomes their problem.
It becomes their problem that they know he's on fentanyl, and it's going to take 3 or 4 days. They should have been watching him. He should have been he needs to be in rehab. When you know somebody's coming off fentanyl or whatever they're coming off of, he shouldn't go to jail, come out the hospital and go to jail. He should go to rehab. But there's nowhere around here except for Charleston. I'm telling you.
Okay, so
where this money we getting, there's nowhere in Georgetown for them to go.
I already know. I mean, you know what I mean. So from Andrews, that's even worse.
I've lost friends in Andrews. A girl worked for me. She lost a husband behind this fentanyl. Mm-hmm. I mean this in my heart. There's nowhere to go. I've tried to help people through all this thing. And I'm like, well, where can we take them? You got to take them out of state or Charleston. Just
so
rehab won't even take them till they get detox. That's the messed up thing about it.
All right. So again, what's the answer now? So like, how do we attack these I know that sounds violent, but how do we attack this problem? How do we go about getting some legislation in place to get the rules changed? Because you're right, it's not Carter. Maybe he's operating with with his hands tied behind his back. So where do we go?
So the thing is, there's nowhere to go. No rehab will take them unless they're detoxed.
No.
They don't want the problems.
I'm talking about
the people getting arrested.
No. People going to get arrested, right? But when they get arrested, they're
gonna have to stay in the hospital.
Maybe the rules. That's what I'm saying. Maybe the rules say they go to the jail first, then the hospital. So how do we go about figuring that out? Who is? You know what? We need to talk to our state representatives, because this is.
But the money's already been sent to Georgetown. That's the problem. The money's been sent. The money vanished.
No, the money don't vanish now. That's
the money was there 10 years ago, and it vanished.
No. There's a trail for the money. And again, I would recommend you do the same thing I'm gonna do later on in the day. Go on to Georgetown County's website. Go to the Freedom of Information.
Sir, I went there. We went to the county. We sat at the county.
So you should have an accounting of that money being spent.
No,
and they didn't say
the money was not there. It was all gone.
No, that's not how it works. I promise you. We're gonna find
Well,
out where
you
that money
do
at.
it.
And if it's not there, then there's a whole nother, you know what I mean, a whole nother set of issues there.
Yeah.
But
Same
that's-
time you was going through your thing with Mr. Hemingway or whatever, that's when we was going through the thing with the county.
Mm.
And the money vanished.
And the money don't vanish.
They had 500,000 because Georgetown got declared one of the worst counties in history with opioids and all this and all that. They got all
Georgetown
this
was
money.
ranked. Georgetown, according to, and this is from 2023, and these numbers again
Yes.
are from 2023. Georgetown is number 1 for fentanyl overdoses resulting in
I think it was like
hospitalization.
number 6 then.
Number 6 in deaths. And
No,
I think
but back then when we went to the county and we made our big scene at the county, it was back then it was like number 6 or 10.
Mhm.
Oh, we done been to the county. We done sat at the county. We done had speeches at the county. It was on Gab News.
So we got to
done
go
been
to the
there.
state. We got to go to the state. Next time the state legislature, let's get a group of people from Georgetown County and let's
We'll
go
go.
petition
I know
our
a
state
lot of people
legislature.
that lost their children behind this.
Yeah.
And then they
I mean,
they weren't going to jail. They just did the wrong thing and got involved in the wrong thing.
yeah,
They
and
had
so
nowhere to
here
go, nowhere to fall. This is my thing. I've got some people in some other places. They had nowhere to fall. There's nowhere for them to go.
Yeah, because a lot of counties don't even track this. They don't even track the numbers.
I'm gonna tell you the facts, though, Jamal. You can't even get in rehab unless you're detox. I went through this with a lot of my friends.
So you saying that again? So you can't go to rehab.
You can't go to rehab unless you're detox. Look that shit up. Call the rehabs. I have a lot of friends that I got a lot of people into rehabs. You can't go there to your detox, and there's nowhere here to go except for Charleston.
To detox.
The detox. You got to be clean to get into rehab.
And that's
And
what
I'm not lying.
I need somebody who has either is on that now, experiencing that, or has experience, because I need people to understand that process of detox. It's a dangerous process.
It's a dangerous process. And a lot of people don't want to do it. So the only place you can do it is in Charleston. And then we can send them to other states. The thing is, excuse me, with these children, they need a detox and they get clean, but they can't come back to the same friends because they're going to do the same thing. They're going to go back to doing the same thing. So we were trying to get some of these kids out of this county and move them somewhere else and get them started. And there's nowhere they can do it here. If I'm lying, I'm dying now. I did it.
No, this is what you're talking about is the crack is what I grew up watching.
Oh, it's worse than crack.
The crack. Oh no, I understand that, but what I'm saying is, like, you would have people leave the neighborhood to go get help, and they come back, and then within a few months,
They're
because
back.
they came back around the same environment. You know what I mean? They going through the same things, and so I'm with
Been
you
around
on
drug
that.
addicts my whole life.
Yeah, it's easy to quit when you go to rehab, but when you come home, you know what I mean? That's a whole nother.
Lived around prison my whole life. All these family prison.
Hey, my
They
brother's
still come
doing
back.
25
They fall
years.
back in the
Sweetie.
same shit.
My brother's doing 25 years in prison right now.
My brother
So,
did 10 years.
Yeah,
And he's back. He's back.
and
I'm not gonna put that on this
that's
thing right here.
that's a part of the conversation too. Is that it's the lower economic folks that's why
It's not always that either. We're
No,
not lower
I
economic.
get it.
We got money.
So then why are you being ignored?
Because the county don't care.
Why not? What I
went
what do
there,
you think?
Jamal. I went there
Speculate.
with
I'm
my
saying
sister.
I get it. I understand. Why do you think the county
don't
has the
care.
attitude? Why do you think they have the attitude that they do?
They totally ignored us. We went there like 2 or 3 times. They didn't even want to hear what we had to say.
That sound I know it's a different case, but it sounds like when different case, different thing. But when the folks from Lambertown were there trying to get the county to stop,
They probably was there with us.
To stop.
There was like 75 people.
But they were trying to get them not to bring that solar farm over there, and
Yeah,
they
I
just
remember
felt
that
it,
too.
and they were just like, yo, these people not listening. They like, I
They
thought it
don't
was.
listen.
No, I listen. I go to the meetings. I sit there and I hear people pour their hearts out. And so what I started doing was like, you know what? Let me see if I can help them get that whatever that issue was. Let me see if I can help you get it on a bigger platform. So I would, after that little 3-minute speech, you know what I mean? Because all of the meetings are that's the
They're very
protocol. You get
it's a
3
speech.
minutes,
You
and
get
a
3
lot of
minutes.
times if you're emotional and you're not,
My
you
sister was
gotta
never
prepare.
emotional.
Yeah, you got to prepare when you go up there because you got 3 minutes, and you
She
can
was
pack
very
a lot in
prepared.
3 minutes.
She
But
said a lot in 3 minutes, and there was 75 people, at least 75 sitting there. We made them have pictures of their kids. We did the lanterns outside before they walked in. They seen the
no
lanterns. We
impact.
did the pictures. They didn't care, Jamal. That was years ago.
I already know.
So it's gonna get worse
I already
before it
know.
gets
I got to
better.
tell you. I got to tell you, at the height of the crack height of the crack epidemic, that was, just don't say no to drugs. And it was just like,
But
man, y'all better get the
crack, listen, from family experience, crack wasn't killing them. Fentanyl was killing them.
nah, fentanyl knocking them dead now. I ain't even
They
gonna lie.
knocking them dead.
Yeah,
Not
they
what I didn't understand when I started this, because my son is, like I told you, my son is biracial. I didn't understand this to begin with, but I joined, like I said, Miss Odessa. It's not white people, it's black people, it's everybody.
mhm.
I didn't know that black people was dying from fentanyl until Miss Odessa got involved with me, and we did her thing, and we did it at Reverend Nolan's church. I didn't know
Yeah.
everybody was dying from fentanyl, but it's not one subject, it's everybody.
Yeah. And so we had about in Andrews, and what it was, they was
I
mixing
know
the
a friend
fentanyl.
that I lost in Andrews.
They was mixing the fentanyl with the coke, right?
Yeah.
And they was cooking it up, because I know two people that I
I
grew
know a
up with
friend.
right around the corner. Leroy and Shantae both. You know what
One
I
of the
mean?
girls used to work for me. Her husband died in Andrews. He was a black guy.
Oh
Same thing.
yeah.
They throwed him out.
And
They
so
overdosed him and throwed him out the car.
yeah. And so yeah, but that's where it was coming in, you know what I mean, with that's when I was like, oh, whoa, man, because you got
Yeah,
people that
it's not one color. It's every color.
yeah.
We've been involved in this thing for a long time, Jamal. And I know, like you.
So where
I
does
wish
it end?
I mean, we went to the county. We took all these people. We did it 2 or 3 times. And my sister, she's a really good speaker. She's really good at that. She got there and she said what she had to say, and they didn't say nothing to her. They had all the money. The money was there. We knew the money was there. They didn't offer no help for these people. They just let them die. They don't care.
Why
I
are
guess
these
they
kids
think
why do you think these kids are gravitating to fentanyl? Knowing
so the fentanyl.
and
Okay,
wait,
okay, we're gonna do
oh
that.
wait.
Okay,
Let
we're gonna do
me
that.
finish the question. Let me finish the question.
Mhm.
And the reason why I asked that, right, is again, I
Yeah,
grew up in the crack era, right? I grew up in the
yeah. I
heart of
grew
the
up in the
crack
crack
era.
era too.
Okay. And so I would always be there, even when I was out there doing things I wasn't supposed to do. I would always ask the question, like, how could you do this knowing what it leads to? And
Okay,
so,
so let me answer that question.
okay.
So I'm gonna answer that from a family question, not my family, but a close family to me. A family close to me got hooked on fentanyl, and it was a parent and a husband and the children. They lost their children, so they were so close to me. I asked them. I said, "Well, why would you do that?" And they gave me the answer. Well, I got in an accident, and they had me on all these pain pills.
Okay.
And then when the pain pills ran out, I had to
Easier.
go to the streets.
All right. It's a guy that I knew, black guy that's on heroin, right? And I'm the type, listen, I'm interested. I love to talk, so I'm interested in
Yeah,
the story, right? And so same thing. Guy was
it was the pain pills
you,
ran
you
out.
you meet this guy, you would never, the last thing you're
Never
gonna think is
know.
heroin,
Same family, you'd never know.
right? And he said he started out, he had migraines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they overprescribed him. Now there's a Netflix store movie that talks
I
about this
seen
whole
that.
thing.
I watched it.
Yeah, great piece, right? But he said the same thing. He said he started out. They started him out on Roxy's or whatever. You know what I mean? And I'm saying that like as if I know how strong Roxy's are, but I don't. But
Roxy's is strong.
Roxy. He said Roxy. They started him with Roxy 10s and they moved him to Roxy 30s or whatever.
Yeah.
But, so he said
When
he
they
lost
cut that, they go to the streets.
He lost his job, right? And so for a while he had that Cobra insurance. I matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that audio up. I did an interview with this dude, right?
That's where it
because
starts
again,
at with most of these people.
yes, pain pills. That's the gateway. And I'm gonna tell you, there's like a floodgate waiting to happen.
We can
where
talk
I'm
about
at.
this after the fact. I'm telling you, but my brother, like, he's been in so many accidents. He's broke all his bones in accidents, and
Yeah,
I mean that's a different discussion. I don't want to do this on Facebook, but
no
yeah.
doubt. And so, but my boy, he said how he got on heroin, right? And he sniffs heroin, right? So he was like, he lost his job, and once the insurance ran out, then he was buying the pills on the street, but that was
On the street.
high, right? And the guy who was his dealer, and when you listen to the
Said,
interview,
let's try this. It's cheaper.
yeah, listen, you're going to hear me kind of laugh, and I'm not laughing at him.
I
I'm
done heard
laughing
all
at
these stories. Let's try this. It's
exactly.
cheaper.
And he was like, man, why don't you try this? So what he
It's
did,
cheaper.
he said he bought a bundle first, right? But he had to get over the hurdle of doing heroin, right? Well, he said he bought the bundle, and he said he held it for like a week or so, and then the migraines kicked in. And that's what I always tell people: you think you won't do such and such and such and such until
But you
you're
will.
in. And he said once the headache kicked in, he thought about the heroin. He said when he sniffed that heroin, as soon as it hit his nose, it was
Everything. I've never, like, I don't do shit like that. The worst thing I ever did is probably weed. I don't do that no more neither. But like, I'm telling you from experiencing this stuff with these people I've been through this stuff with, I've heard all the stories. I've heard stories from Andrews. I've heard stories from Georgetown. I got a lot of love for, like, I know a lot of people. And I've went and picked heroin addicts off the side of the road and brought them to my house and they'll stay here. I didn't sleep much, but I've heard their stories. And they weren't broke. Their family had money. This is how it led to that.
And what a lot of folks don't know, those high-powered pills are synthetic heroin.
That's what's leading most of these people to it.
Yes, synthetic heroin. And I mean, we can get deeper. We're gonna have to come back and do a special on this, because I've been screaming for years. Whenever we went into Afghanistan, you can tie this the flooding of heroin back in the United States when we went and invaded Afghanistan. You know what I mean? And
let's give them some pills.
Yes, and we've been suffering.
Let's make it better.
Yes, and they made the perfect gateway, and you had doctors that they incentivized.
I've been researching Dr. Archibald. He was the worst in history in our community. You can go there and get whatever you wanted. Then he's got a place, like he's saving people. You the one got him on the pills, sir. Like, you don't. I know what you're talking about, bro.
He said.
I've been watching this shit for 10 years.
Hey, he said, I know how to save him. First, you got to get him lost. I know how to
save him because you put him on it. Look, Jamal, I'm not stupid to this.
No doubt.
I got family that I've lost over this shit. Like, lots of family. And then it didn't trigger me back then. I got family that's been on drugs since I was a young girl. It didn't trigger me back then. I had a friend lose a child, and she gave me the pictures. And when I seen the pictures of how she got that, whatever, alligator, whatever it's called, her boyfriend paid the drug dealer with some bad money or something, and they gave her just for payback. They gave him this alligator, and instead of him doing it, he gave it to her, and she died from the inside out. And you ain't never see. I got pictures, and I, I could connect you with her, but she died from the inside out, and it like eat her from the inside out. And she was in her 20s.
Do you think there should be a stronger push to prosecute dealers that
fentanyl
sell
dealers?
dope that kill people?
Hell yeah. Fentanyl's gonna kill these people.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
End it all.
South Carolina's slow as far as legislation, laws against this thing.
Yes. But I'm gonna be honest with you. We went there. I can send you can look it up on Gab, but my sister, she speaks a lot better than I mean, I can speak, but I just let her do it because she knows a lot more people than me. But we went and we did this in Georgetown County. We did this years ago. The money was there. We was trying to get these people help. They didn't pay us no attention. And we brought all these people. We wasted all these people's time. There's a lot of people on my page. We wasted their time. Because Georgetown County didn't care. I don't think that's got nothing to do with Carter Weaver. Now, I understand Carter's got some things to answer for, but I call Carter out on all his shit. At all. Me and that my other sister. We call Carter at every point. But fentanyl is being spread, and the drug dealers is spreading it, and you don't even know what it's on. They could put it on weed, they could put it on coke, they could put it on crack, they could put it on heroin. You don't even know what they're putting it on no more, but they know what they're putting it on. That's the problem. They know what they're dealing with, but they're just trying to get richer. And I think, yes, they should be prosecuted way harder. And I think that, no, I can't protect the drug addict. I can't. That's their choice. But they need to know what they're getting into. And they need a place to fall. They need a place to at least get detox and let us send them. We've sent people out the state. We've sent them all over this country. But they can't get detox in Georgetown. We have to send them to Charleston. And that's weird to me. Can we not have a place to detox them at least and then send them out? They need to go. And I don't think they need to come back.
But I mean, where they gonna go? You know what I mean? That's
most of these places. There's a lot of I'll send you some links. There's a lot of guys. They come to Food Line and stuff in Georgetown. They have a home, and as long as they get detox, they can go there, and they can come back, and they help them get a job. They help them learn things to do, getting back on their feet. There's not a lot of stuff for women. Not a lot of stuff for women I see, but there's a lot of stuff for guys. Like they can get detox and they can go to these places, and I've watched them, and they can get clean, and they'll teach them all these things to get a job. And if they choose to come back here, that's on them. But most people I've seen that come back here, it don't work out. They do the same thing because they got the same friends. Like, you're not going to tell your friends, I can't be your friend no more because you're on heroin. I've been your friend my whole life. Now, I would, but some of these people, like, that's all they know. But we don't even have a place to detox them here.
And so I just Googled funding for opioids in Georgetown County, and this is how bad it is right here. Right here, you're looking at opioid funding. And that's that $500,000 you were talking about back in July 18th,
I'm not lying to you, Jamal.
Oh, no. I already knew. I got a trust me, I already knew. I've done a couple shows on this fentanyl and these numbers. So yeah, I was aware of this $449,000. But I'm just pulling this up to show.
But where to go?
Well, there's nowhere to go. I agree with you. This shit ain't been updated since 2020.
My sister joined the Drug and Alcohol Board after this, and she was on the Drug and Alcohol Board. And she quit after like a year because she was like, Lori, they're not doing anything for anybody. They're getting paid and they're not helping anybody. They're instead of get see, you gonna make me shit now. They're instead of giving out Suboxone or
Yes.
Narcan, and they handing it out freely for them just to overdose.
Yeah.
And that's what Georgetown County's doing.
And so here is something right here. Let's check this out here real fast. Hold on.
I know people that can go get 5 Narcans from the damn place for free.
And what is Narcan?
Narcan is if they overdose, they can hit them one time and they'll come back alive.
Georgetown County just received nearly $500,000 from the South Carolina Opioid Recovery Fund Board to expand both recovery and prevention programs. ABC 15's Jenna Horazo spoke with leaders today about how this money will benefit the community. Jenna?
Connor, I'm in Georgetown County, where I spoke with Emergency Services Director Brandon Ellis, and he says the opioid epidemic impacts all walks of life, and he's hoping that this grant money will allow them to better prepare first responders and to tackle this problem from a whole community standpoint. Opioids continue to be the primary cause of overdose deaths in South Carolina, according to DHEC. The epidemic is impacting the entire nation.
I'm gonna smoke this cigarette because that's a joke. Listen, I know people like just in my life, bro. I'm just being honest with you. I know people that can go down to the damn place in Georgetown, drug and alcohol. They can go and get 5 Narcans at a time to save somebody, keep them in their pocketbook because they know they're gonna overdose, and they okay with that. They don't care about, oh well, is that person okay? Can we help them? They don't care. They hand that shit out. I lost my cousin. She was 23, I think. She had 3 children. I've lost so many people in my family behind this shit. Like, it's a joke. Georgetown is a joke.
Yeah, this video is from 2023.
I've lost friends. They rode around, got high together, and they just dropped them at the fire station and let them die.
Even right here in Georgetown County.
The opioid situation is really impacting all age groups, all races, all walks of life, really. You know, I mean, you have this, it's not isolated to one individual group.
Let's give them some Narcan.
That's what it affects everyone, whether it's a direct impact or an indirect impact.
Director of Emergency Services Brandon Ellis says he started his career as an EM.
So this is who this money is?
This is Georgetown's answer. Let's give them some Narcan.
No. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't even know that man, but I'm telling you the answer is let's give them some Narcan for free.
That's Brandon Ellis. He's the head of the ESD. And I'm wondering, is that money coming down to that department?
Just give them the free Narcan? Because they hand that shit out freely like candy.
Right down almost there, 20 years.
Right down there on that back street, the drug and alcohol, they hand it out like candy. Anybody can go get it.
And
you can go pull up tomorrow and say my cousin's on heroin, and they'll give you 4 or 5 Narcans.
But they won't give me nothing to say, hey, look, bring him here so he can get some help.
No, sir, they won't.
Years ago, he says since then there's been an undeniable increase in opioid-related overdose calls.
It's sad to say, but it's pretty much a routine occurrence. You know, that daily, weekly, we run multiple overdose calls.
Hey guys, this video is from
the county received a nearly $500,000 grant from the state to help mitigate this community-wide challenge.
If we can address that on the front end, curb that, better prepare our folks from a first responder standpoint.
What'd you say they bought Narcan?
They bought Narcan. I'm going to be real with you. They bought Narcan.
To respond to those, but also if we can mitigate those occurrences in the field, it allows us to, keep our emergency resources available for other emergencies that are taking place in the community.
More than half of the money will be used to expand a peer recovery program at both Tidelands Georgetown and Tidelands Murrells.
You seen that yet? You seen that, the rehab, the peer rehab? No, you have not.
Inlet. Ellis says he hopes the money will also provide more training to first responders.
So where the money at, Ellis?
Narcan. One of the things that we're going to focus on is
Look on the screen.
Narcan.
Not only
let's let 'em
addressing
die,
the
let's take
issue that's
'em.
within our
Maybe we
community,
can take
but
them to jail.
also providing education and more tools to our first responders.
What a joke.
Ellis says opioid-related calls can be very
Can we
stressful
get him in
for
this
EMS,
conversation?
and
That is
anything
a
they can
joke.
do to
Nah, Ellis is not going to talk to me. Ellis, they did
It's
some
a
stuff
joke.
in Andrews where they came in and tore down the old Andrews High School gym. That gym was infested with black mold, with asbestos, and they did it. They didn't even go through DHEC, and they got kind of pissed off when I was calling DHEC, and DHEC made them come down and do it.
Listen, 500,000. Can you Google how much $500,000 worth of Narcan costs?
I absolutely can.
Please
Let's see.
do, because that's what we got.
We got
Narcan.
we got to see what we got for the money, right?
Narcan. They're handing it out freely. They're handing out Suboxone freely, Narcan freely.
What's Suboxone?
Suboxone is what drug addicts take. Supposed to bring them down. They supposed to wean themselves off of the heroin with the Suboxone, but they out here selling it. It gets you high.
Oh, it gets you high. That was my next question.
Mm-hmm. And they keep giving it to them. So aren't you supposed to wean somebody off of Suboxone because it's the same thing? It gets you high. No, you're out here giving it to them freely. Georgetown County. Mm-hmm. Like I told you, I don't live in Andrews. I live in Georgetown County. And I fight for Georgetown County. And I have. I've done it several times. Because it's a family thing with me. Especially when my little cousin died. She was a beautiful girl. People, when they get on this stuff, you got to have help to get off of it. I've met maybe in my life since I started this, probably 10 years ago, 2 people. 2, I know one for sure, who fought for it and got off of it. I ain't calling no names. Beautiful girl. She fought and she got off of it and she cleaned her life up. But she had to leave here and go get clean and come back. And she's a beautiful girl. When I met her, I said, "You did what?" She said she was a heroin addict. And I was like, "How did you do that?" She was like, "I was on pills. I got hooked on heroin."
Mm-hmm.
And somebody put their foot down and told her, "Well, you can do this or you cannot." And she did. She's one of the only 1 or 2 people I've ever met that got clean off heroin. Out of probably 100.
You know, the first time I seen somebody on heroin, I was in the Navy. And so this is back in 1993. Yep. I was in San Diego.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I was in middle school. But
So
you
said-
called me auntie.
So you can't be my auntie.
I think I was in middle school. So yeah, I didn't see that till the last 10 years.
Yeah. So and I was straight from Andrews all the way out in San Diego, California, and this guy is under the bench.
Yeah.
Like, he's in pain. And again, I've always been one for a conversation. Like, man, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Nah, I'm coming down. He didn't say that. He said something else, but I understand what he was saying. And in my ignorance, again, because at that point, the only thing I had ever heard about heroin, this is 93, was that you could get it in Plantersville in some parts of Georgetown.
Bitch, I'm from Plantersville. Don't do that. Don't do that now. Don't do that. PvP for life. I'm from Plantersville. Johanna. And that was probably my cousins and my people. Like I'm telling you.
So, but that was it. But dude was under the bench and he was in pain. And in my ignorance, I said,
Didn't know what was going on.
I said to him, "Bro, why don't you just quit?" And he looked at me, and I understood then that it ain't no quit. And but I've seen another guy. I've seen a couple people over time go through it. You know what I mean? Go through overdose.
Yeah, I'm originally from Plantersville, Johanna. So yeah, this is my people, and my brothers and my cousins grew up on that stuff. but it wasn't heroin then, it was crack. And I think it went from crack to other stuff. I've lost most of my family behind this stuff. My brother's still here, thank God.
Man, so what is, I mean, how do we move forward in Georgetown County? Like I said, that article was from 2023, and we
tried. Like,
but we can't give up.
No, I would never give up, and I'm with you.
Hey,
like, if you want to fight, I got some people that will fight for you. I got about 100 of them that will fight with you.
Well, listen, we need to bring a channel together. Man,
Yeah.
We can bring a channel together and we can do this.
I'll with the money they had, they should at least had a place. Like when we went to the county, my sister asked them, you can go look at them on Gab News. My sister sells real estate. All she asked them when she went to the county, she was like, can we get a place at least for them to detox? Because the rehabs won't accept them if they can't detox. And the only place they could go was it's something in Charleston, the Charleston Center. Something they got in Charleston.
That's like going to the moon. You might as well tell them.
But I'm telling you, that's the only place. And we sent several people there. We did. But the rooms were so full. But we did get a couple people there. And they did get detox, and we got them in the rehab. But like when you talking about a lot of people, there wasn't so much room for them in Charleston, and it takes time. And let me tell you another thing. When you waiting on a heroin addict to find a room, you got to have a room. They don't just sit around and, oh, let's not do heroin today. Okay, I'm gonna make an example. Girl I work with, her boyfriend was a heroin addict, and he was not being real with us, but we knew he was on heroin. But then he got real with me one day. Because I went and got him off the side of the road. He was on the side of the road, run out of gas. He was messed up. And he come for money too. I'm just telling you, he come for money. Mm-hmm. And he told me, because I had to bring him to my house. And I said, we're going to be real tonight. I didn't sleep that night because I didn't know what this boy was up to. Might rob me. You know what I'm saying? But I trusted him to bring him to my house to just get him out of the streets. And he told me out of his own mouth, he said, I have to take so much a day to be able to live. If I don't take it, I'll be sick. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He said, even if it's $10 worth, Miss Lori, I have to take it. He said, or I will not be me.
I think that's the part that's where the big disconnect is with a lot of these folks that sit in these positions, because a lot of them, let's be real, a lot of them never experienced that. A lot of them never been around it, and they don't realize.
A lot of them have, though. There's a bunch of people on that board that's been around it. Yes, sir. I know some people on that board. Mm-hmm. We'll talk about that.
I do too.
You do. You do. Yes, sir. They do. But they want to lie and fake it. Oh no, my kid, not my kid. Yes, your kid. And I know that for a fact too. We're not gonna talk about this on this Facebook. You have to come meet me. We'll meet for lunch. I guarantee there's people on that board to do it.
Check this out. I want to touch on this right here, and then we're gonna get out of here. My man Trump. I'm a big Trump guy, right? I've been catching hell for it for a long time, right? Your face right there. You just like the rest of them.
I don't care. I'm not a politics girl.
Well, but I'm honest, and I'm able to hold the people that I support. You know what I mean? I'm able to differentiate the fact that, hey, I like this guy, and if he's doing the right or wrong thing.
He's doing some things.
Okay, he's doing some things, but here's something that happened the other night that I want to and this speaks to what you were saying about them not caring. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the other night, this gentleman right here, let's see, let me get this stuff up here. This happened out in Las Vegas, Nevada, right? And I'm kind of going geopolitics right here a little bit right now, but you're a sharp young lady and you can follow me.
I'm pretty sharp.
I know you are. So let me get this.
I don't give you hell for no reason, Jamal.
Hey, listen. I always tell people I got the smartest audience on the internet. Like you ain't gonna be able to pull too much over on the people that listen to me.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. This guy, hold on a second. Let me get it set up here. Let me get this set up here. Save as an image. Well, what happened? They had a sting in Vegas the other night. To catch these weirdos, these child pedophiles, right?
Oh, the pedophiles there, they needed to.
Yes. And we hear about how bad that is and how much of a problem that is. Where's that picture?
At least you ain't got the crazy neighbors like we do. And Georgetown County ain't doing shit about that neither. We'll talk about that too later.
Yeah, we listen, we about to have us a whole show. All right, where is that picture?
Yeah, we got some crazy neighbors over here. They made Gab News. The one that was singing row row with my boat. She's my neighbor. Definitely. She's my neighbor.
All right, let's see here. This thing here is tripping here on me. Hold on a second. We coming.
Please, I got to eat, Jamal. I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to run a business.
I got you. What kind of business you got? Want to shout your business out?
I run Heights Finance in Kingstree.
Heights Financing, Kingstree. So if you need some money, go over to Heights.
Everybody know that though. Jamal don't know that, but everybody on this live or anybody in this public knows that.
Okay, there it is right there. Why can't I find it though? I'll find it again. All right. How about this? Do that thing. But this guy was caught in Vegas. He was trying to lure a young girl to do his thing with her, right?
Yeah.
And this guy happens to be a high-ranking Israeli official, right?
And why the hell is he in here? Why is he in the country?
He was in the country to talk to so I'm gonna play the video real fast. I'm trying to find this picture. You got to see this dude's picture. Why can't I find it though? What am I doing wrong? Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong. Idiot. There he is. What are you talking about?
They done broke the internet for you. We done broke the internet, Jamal. Let me finish my cigarette.
Go ahead, hand me your cigarette right there. Let's see.
Listen, I gotta finish dinner.
Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. It won't come up. But anyway, it's probably because they're gonna say I'm anti-Semitic, which I still don't really know what the hell that means. But
that
this
means
guy,
you don't like the foreigners or whatever.
I don't know. Well, then I'm that. So I've been some everything. So shit.
They are infiltrating.
Ain't no damn question about it. Let's pull this up here so we can see this. But this guy was out in Vegas and they picked him up, right? And he was able to get out of jail and get on a plane and fly back to Israel.
Yeah, that's where they're gonna go. That's the first place they're gonna go.
That's where all the pedophiles go now that I'm looking into that. That's
Israel?
where Israel,
wow.
The state of Israel. That's where when Jeffrey Epstein got that time that he got.
He went to Israel?
And he negotiated that deal from Israel.
That's crazy. That's a whole nother story now.
It's a whole nother story.
That's,
and that's
too
what I said.
Deep right now. We was talking about something else. We'll get into that later.
No doubt. So listen, yeah, let me I'm gonna pull this up here, and I want to dive into this a little bit. I appreciate you, and I definitely want to let's talk about doing something with this because I just met a guy here where I live at, and he is currently suing Georgetown County. Had an overdose, situation or whatever, but that we need
I probably know who that is too.
We need to I'm ready. So you know what I mean. You know the people. I got the platform, and let's get these people and put faces and stories behind these people because you know that's a lot. We're losing a lot of kids behind that fentanyl, and
Oh, we've been
I
losing a lot of kids for a long time, son.
I appreciate you for coming in and adding some context to this, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and get off to get your dinner ready and get ready to put some money in people's pocket. Just getting them ready for Labor Day weekend. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, anytime, hit me up and we'll meet for lunch. Like the fentanyl thing's been going on for years. That's not new. The Andrews things, like I told you, I don't live in Andrews. I really don't. But I care about people in Andrews, and because I've been loaning money my whole life.
No doubt.
And I know a lot of people in that water park, like in that trailer park, like I call it the water park now. But I know a lot of good people out there in the trailer park, like it's not their fault.
No.
And that's why I was so involved in it. But like this fentanyl thing, don't get me started on that, bro.
Hey, but on that, Timmy boy them.
Here we go.
Timmy boy them. Hey Timmy, I heard about the DHEC conversation.
Timmy.
I spoke to them folks from DHEC. Oh, it's yeah. But we look at. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I promise you, Timmy boy is in for some trouble, and that
he should be.
That damn DUI lawyer
But
he got up there running around.
I was talking to Jerry the other day, the mayor's sister. Like me and Jerry's friends. What I was telling y'all is, and I wasn't trying to be nasty when I first came. I wasn't coming for you. The trailer park shouldn't be Frank's problem. It shouldn't be. That's Williamsburg County. I've been chasing people for years, collecting money for years. That's Williamsburg County. Now, if Andrews has some agreement with them, that's on Andrews.
No, what it is Andrews sells water.
The water to them.
Yeah, because
okay, but at the end of the day, if you have all these crimes, call your county. You live in a different county.
There you go. Because my question was, why didn't the county provide them water? And then I learned that, well, they provide water on the other side of the river, and in order to provide water on this side of the river, they got to build a whole new. You can't run water pipes through public, through the river or under the river and stuff like that.
But it's your county.
Hey, I'm just, that's the
you
answer
can do whatever
they
you want to do if it's your county.
Maybe that's why everybody's getting locked up over there.
I don't know, but that's why I was so invested with the water thing, because like I know people in the trailer park, and I was like, yo, but they not in Andrews, they in the county. And I live in a whole different county. And then I was talking to Jerry about it the other day, and I was like, listen, this ain't your brother's problem. She's like, well, brother wants to meet you. And I was like, I want to meet Frank too. So I'm going to come to y'all's little festival.
Whoa. You're going to take that little off of that. Whoa, you're going to take that.
It's supposed to be a secret, but I'm going to come to y'all's little festival because I want to meet y'all.
Whoa. Take that little off of that. We don't have little festivals in Andrews. You coming to the Heritage Festival, girl.
Me and my coworkers, we're gonna come to y'all's little festival.
There you go.
I'm from Hemingway, South Carolina, so we have the big festivals. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna come to the little festival. I said, I got to come meet these people. She was like, Lori, just don't say nothing. Just be a surprise. I said, no, I'm gonna come. She said, I can see you walking up in there.
I'll be streaming it live like I did last year. So, yeah, it's gonna be.
I have a lot of great friends from Andrews. My family is literally like the Glissons and the Castlemans. They're from Andrews. Like my roots are from Andrews. No doubt. I just didn't grow up in Andrews.
Hey, that's the place to be. So listen, I'm gonna let you get out here. Again, we're gonna talk, and we gotta link this up, and you know what I mean. Yeah, y'all need to let me do come shoot a commercial for y'all too.
Oh, they won't let us. I have to get permission, but I'll let you. I'll get permission.
Okay. I tell you what, too, y'all probably got a bug problem in there too.
We don't have no bugs. We don't have no bugs in this establishment in Kingstree. We don't have no bugs.
When you get
but
them,
I let being in Kingstree, I let when Henny Boy was doing his little thing for the trail ride, I let him do a video and I got in trouble.
Oh, no. We can't get you in trouble now. That's one thing I don't believe in.
I had to get permission.
It's all
Listen, we
good.
running that money up. Don't you worry about that. We running that money up.
It's all good.
We making these loans. Like good
I
people follow good people, and I've been doing this for 29 years. Good people follow good people, and everybody know me. You don't know me, but you're gonna meet me because I'm coming to the
It's all
Heritage
good.
Festival.
It's all good. The Heritage Festival. There you go.
The Heritage Festival. I'm coming.
No, I appreciate you, Laurie. I'll kick it with you later. All right.
Bye.
All right. Yeah, there it is. Laurie Glisson. That's my niece. She ain't auntie. She didn't embarrass me. She's like, boy, you was a full-grown man. I was in middle school. But yeah, that was a very good conversation right there, man. Again, I want to remind you guys to go to scvotes.org and go ahead and register to vote. Don't wait until, you know what I mean, the these elections get hot and heavy, and then learn about your candidates, man. Learn who your candidate is. Don't find yourself just voting for a sign, you know. And if you're interested, just reach out and try to find that person who you won't vote for. I really wanted to get this. I'm gonna do another stream about this thing with the Israelis. But yeah, scvotes.org. You can go right online right there and register to vote. You don't have to go nowhere, literally. You know, you can do it all online. Get your license. You take a picture of your license and submit it all right there online. Again, the town is having a crazy water problem. Hopefully, you know what I mean, I can get some pictures and stuff of what's going on and an update to be able to give you guys. You know, if I was on the ground right now, I'd be out there finding out what's going on. That's what Andrews SC News should be doing. If they had news organization, got an emergency going on in the town, and you're not out there on the ground, it's crazy. But yeah, fentanyl is a thing. And Carter, man, you got you a fan. I ain't say she a fan, but yeah, she was right. No, it's not your fault. You know what I mean? You're not out here putting the fentanyl in the bag for them and all that good stuff. But yeah, we need to know what's going on down there at that jail, though. Why? You know, something's got to happen better. So, don't know. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, and I'm out here. Peace.